Today I will be answering questions on whether or not the dumpster rental business is worth it for you, and I'll be answering questions to let you know how easy it is to start. What's good, my good people? My name is Martin. Welcome back to my channel. If you haven't subscribed, make sure you click that subscribe button, crash on that notification bell, stay up to date with everything I got going on. I'm doing this for you, to help you and inspire you to get out there, man, and live your dreams. So I get a lot of I've been getting a lot of emails lately, and I appreciate it. If I haven't got back to yours, please forgive me. I've been getting DM messages on Instagram. If you haven't checked out my Instagram, it's at Martin_extraordinaire. But yeah, man, I've been getting a lot of questions about the dumpster rental business. A lot of times I just point to my book, but I decided to make a Q&A question. Is it worth it to start a dumpster rental business? And I'll say yes. So I'm just gonna start. I'm gonna go right into it, man. One of the first questions, I'm gonna be looking at the sheet, but one of the first questions I get, and it's probably the most frequent question I get, is how much does it cost to start a dumpster rental business? That actually varies depending on your credit worthiness, if you're going to use credit, depending on how much cash you have. For me, I would say a conservative amount to start a dumpster rental business with, and this will include getting your LLC, going on Fiverr.com and getting your logo made and stuff like that. You want to have good branding, you want to just look presentable, look professional. And just starting out with 1 to 2 dumpsters. One dumpster, it depends. You can find a dumpster on Craigslist that's a landscape trailer, and you can, if you're familiar with building, or you can always go on Craigslist again and hire a builder to build up the sides of the walls and everything like that and make it a decent, ready to go dumpster. If you got some money to work with, you can go online and you could check out a couple. Just type in dumpster rentals, dumpsters for sale on Google. And if you want to go to the roll-off dumpster route, you'll spend more. I know one dumpster manufacturer. They sell five roll-off, like 5 12-yard roll-off dumpsters, plus the trailer to roll it off with. I think that's only 20 grand and like $3,000 for shipping. They ship from like Texas and Pennsylvania and stuff. So depending on where you're at in the country. So yeah, it kind of varies with that. But yeah, I'll say if with low money, I'll say look to spend about altogether, all in, about $1,000 to $1,500. But like I said, if you want to start big and you got a good credit score, you want to buy a dumpster, then you can actually go start big and just spend about $25,000. Okay. My second question is, what type of insurance would I need? So this is a really good question. So I didn't know this until a little later, but if you have full coverage, a lot of times, well, check with your insurance company. A lot of times your insurance company covers, if you're pulling a trailer, it covers the whole thing. So you will be covered from that aspect. But if you want it to the point where it's not hooked up, because sometimes your dumpsters could get stolen, you could have it sitting somewhere and somebody might hit it. So your insurance company, since it's not hooked up to your actual truck, they're not obligated to cover that. So with this, it's a little tricky with the insurance. So what I did was I had to really call around, because it's not a lot of dumpster rental companies and not a lot of insurance companies even know about dumpster rentals. So you got to actually call in your city or in your area. Call an insurance company who actually specializes in dumpster rentals. If you want to be really proactive, I'll suggest calling local dumpster rental companies in your area and just asking them who their insurance is with. You'll be surprised that people will give you that information a lot of times, and just try to help you out. But yeah, so that's kind of next question is, how many dumpsters should I start out with? Now it varies. This kind of goes with the first question, but just start. Even if you start out with one, I started with one. I was looking for a dumpster. I found a dumpster on OfferUp. It's my 15-yard dumpster. He had it listed for about $1,500. I offered $1,100, and that was my first dumpster. And that next day, I promise you, I put an ad on Craigslist, and I had it rented out. So I already made, from my $1,100 that I purchased, my purchase price, I already made $260 the next day right away on it. So with that question, I'll say 1 but it depends on your money and you know, what you're working with. So it's always good, the more the better. But the thing is, you don't want to finance $20,000 of dumpsters and you don't know how to get the business, so you just be sitting on all this inventory, you don't even know how to make the money with it. So start out with one dumpster if you don't really know what you're doing, or if you just got you're on a fence with it. Start out with one dumpster was what I would suggest, because you'll be surprised, and just, you know, give what the market gives you. If the market telling you to get more and they want more, buy more. But yeah, okay. Next one, how do I get customers? So I had a marketing video that I have. Check it out. I might have it up at top. Have it up on one of the cards. But how do you get customers? There's different ways you can get customers. You can, the number one way, starting out, what I did and what got me the most customers, believe it or not, was Craigslist. You know, make a compelling ad and make sure, don't believe people who don't like adding prices. It's important. Add your prices into your Craigslist ad, so you're not getting the runaround. Also check, check out, I got stuff in my book also with my pricing, my one-day rentals, how I kind of do it, and or just look at other dumpster ads and kind of look what they're doing, and don't word for word copy it, but just take from other successes and apply it to yourself. But also, that's what Craigslist. You also got Google, so that means you just build a website, SEO it, build a website. You can go on Fiverr as well and get someone to do SEO. I will suggest with your website, if you want customers to be coming organically, the best, use WordPress. Stay away from GoDaddy, stay away from Weebly, stuff like that, because those sites are not really that good for SEO and bringing customers. So yeah, a Google page. You can also check out there's brokers, third-party brokers, whereas these are big companies and they don't have any dumpsters, but they advertise heavy. Their SEO is crazy on Google, so they get a lot of customers, and basically they'll just send the customers to you. They'll take their price and you charge your price, and it's like a win-win situation. But yeah, it's honestly, at least in my city, it's not hard to get business, especially on Craigslist, especially if you got the right SEO. And 9 times out of 10, everybody's not doing dumpster rentals, so it won't be that hard for you to get either. But you got to just be on it, you got to be consistent, and you got to want it. My next one, how much money can I expect to make doing dumpster rentals? So, and of course this varies from how much dumpsters you have to your work ethic, or stuff like that, if you're doing it full time. But conservatively, with your first dumpster, always set goals. Once you look at a goal and have a goal and you set it, your mind seems to want to reach that goal. So I will always suggest, always look at dumpster rentals as, okay, at least I want to rent this dumpster out twice a week. So if you rent it out twice a week, saving, even if your average is about $250, that's $500 a week, so $2,000 a month. So I will always suggest $2,000. I will always recommend having that as a goal, starting out $2,000 a month per dumpster, and that kind of goes to, if you got 10 dumpsters, yeah, you can make $20,000 a month with 10 dumpsters. As long as you rent them out and you got the right marketing, you can do $2,000 per dumpster if you apply it, if you apply yourself. So my next one, where can I park the dumpsters? So what you can do with the dumpsters, it's a different thing. So if you got a lot of land and you got room to park, starting out, you can park it at home. I wouldn't suggest it, because sometimes you may pick up a dumpster and you may not make it to the dump, and you'll have somebody's trash in your driveway, in your dumpster, and then it can stink, and you don't want to attract that type of stuff, make your neighbors and stuff mad. So what I did was just call around storage units. A lot of times storage units have space for dumpsters to park. And of course, not all of them, because they don't want them issues, but 9 out of 10, if you just call around, do some due diligence, you can find a storage unit, you can find a yard for rent. Just try to find some space, a parking space to rent. If you got an office building, see if they let you park it there. If you got an office, I don't know your situation. So it just kind of depends on that with that. But I definitely, try to get try to get a storage unit closest to the dump. My storage unit is actually right across the street from my landfill, so I can just park my dumpsters here that's already filled, and the next morning I just go right across the street and dump them back to back, drop them off. You know what I mean? So I just kind of make that easier. So yeah, try to get it as close as, if you get a rented yard, try to get as close as possible to your landfill that you'll be using all the time. Okay, my final question is, really good question. Where can I find your book? So I got my book, actually is located in my description. So if you check the description, it's an Amazon link. I got it on Amazon. It's an ebook. You can, if you got Kindle, it'll be free. They charge you by page or something like that, but if you pay a monthly fee, it's free to download. You can also buy the ebook as well. It's $9.99 on Amazon. Really good read. It's got a lot of good points, kind of like the stuff I'm talking about in here, but I go in depth a little bit more. I'm going to revise it and give a little bit more in depth in the dumpster business as I learn and as I grow. But I kind of just, gave you tips on how to price, how to get the customers, how to do pull-offs, if you want to do a roll-off, if you want to do a dumpster trailer with wheels, just how you want to do it. But yeah, the link is in the description. Shoot me an email if you can't get to it. I'll send you a link and we can just kind of go from there. But I appreciate all the questions. If there's any more questions, make sure you shoot me another email, leave a comment, make sure you like this, share this, watch the videos, send these to friends who want to start business. Make sure you subscribe if you have not subscribed. I really appreciate you guys, man. Y'all have a blessed day, man. I'm out. Peace.